Hundreds of migrants are camped out at the U.S.-Mexico border as processing facilities are already overwhelmed. It's our top story on the 4. I'm Shanna Handy in for Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Chiquetto. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joins us live from San Ysidro with what she is seeing out there today. Kelly, what does it look like?
Well, and to deal with some of this overcrowding, large busloads of migrants are being moved out of these processing facilities after spending a few days there, and they're being released here at the Iris Trolley Center. I'm told as many as 300 to 400 are being released here a day. And through a translator, I talked to some of the migrants as they were waiting and trying to figure out how to get to their next destination. That last gentleman told me he's from Colombia and spent 4 days at the border wall and then getting processed before he was released. Now, I also talked to people from China, from India. We used an app on a phone to translate. All were wearing wristbands. They had paperwork with them and said they were given a court date. So we have video of buses dropping off migrants today here at this trolley station. Many were asking directions to the San Diego airport. Some told me they were headed to places like Los Angeles as well as Texas. Meanwhile, at the border wall, there are approximately 500 or so people camped out, including women and children. People are staying under makeshift tents. According to the volunteers, the people you see here have been out here for the last couple of days waiting to be picked up. So we were there as more buses pulled up to take them to processing facilities. People lined up. They got on board. I spoke to Adriana Yasso with the American Friends Service Committee, who says the number of migrants out here is concerning.
It is unusual to see over 500 people behind us. We have been documented in the last week and a half, groups of 120, 70, 50, 20, but not to the degree that we're seeing today. So the numbers in the last couple of days have grown.
And the majority of people, she says, that were out there today were from Colombia and North Africa. She told me that included a 24-year-old woman from Africa who was 8.5 months pregnant. She was experiencing labor pains. Border Patrol was alerted, and she was taken away, presumably, to a hospital. So back out here live, just to be clear, this is not a situation where Border Patrol is picking up people at the border wall and simply bringing them here to the trolley station. All of the people who were dropped off here today were screened. They were processed. They have their court paperwork. They've been given those court dates. Border Patrol tells me that this is part of standard procedure to quickly decompress areas along the southwest border. Shannon and Carlo.
Kelly, we saw a lot of these similar images when Title 42 was lifted not too long ago, but do we know why so many migrants are now gathering again at the border wall?
Well, there is a lot of speculation about that. No one knows for sure. Some are saying because the situation in their home country has gotten so desperate, that's why more people are coming. Others say this is simply a situation where smugglers are ramping up efforts to really exploit these migrants. You know, I talked to Pedro Rios with the American Friends Service Committee, and he says he believes that is true. However, no one knows for sure. It could be a mixture of all of these things.
Yeah, and as we learned around Title 42, there's a lot of misinformation on both sides of the border, and that's one of the reasons we see these surges at times. Kelly Hessedal reporting live for us. Thanks, Kelly.